It ain't over yet. We are heading back to the Dreadnaught for the story mission, Dread Patrol, which I'm expecting will take us like 2 minutes, given just how long some of these missions have been. This is, as far as I can tell, just to open the patrol on the Dreadnaught.
Well, the Dreadnaught campaign went, and you know how he gets. Anyway, he gave me a list here, setup locations for patrol beacons. We need them planted and tested if we're gonna get that tub under control. You plant them, you test them, I'll keep you company.
But yeah, at least it's got a little bit of dialogue to go along with it. I'm not expecting a ton out of this. But I said I was going to cover all of Destiny the Taken King, and goddammit I am. Ignore the part where I won't play the raid.
Right. First on the list is an intel beacon. Helps us get the lay of the land, gives us updates on troop movement, skirmishes and the like. You've got the marker. Go do your thing.
I guess I still can't summon a vehicle. I wonder if you'll ever be able to summon vehicles. Doesn't seem like a particularly vehicle-friendly location. But it is fairly sizable, so...
Okay, the beacon signal is coming in loud and clear. In fact, I've already got a ping. Marking a hot zone for you. Go get a look at the fighting, see what you can see.
Alright, how the hell do I get up there then? Yeah. Maybe I can get up this side? Probably? Probably should have killed them before I even attempted this. If I fall off now, I'm going to be pissed. But here we are. God damn it! I had to say it, didn't I? First-person platforming. It's never been good, ever. Not in Destiny, not in Assassin's Creed Revelations. I might argue third-person platforming shit too, but that's just me.
Intel beacons are Ikora's favorite, by the way. Never met a woman who appreciated ambient temperature and energy readings as much as she does.
Cade's pretty okay. Pretty funny. I wonder if they will ever, theoretically, to appease the millions of people who play Destiny, and the millions of people who don't play Hunter, they would have to, like, make actual characters out of Zavala and, whatever the Warlock lady's name is. And she has no personality whatsoever. And they're never going to be funny characters. They're never going to be kind of characters. Not that, you know, Cade has me in stitches, but at least he makes us snigger every now and again. He's good enough for that. It also says a great deal that, you know, the best writing in Destiny is like a series of one-liners from a side character who's basically just a vendor.
I love these scoot and scan missions. I just like them as an excuse to stretch the old legs. I'm feeding you data for a few nearby energy spikes. Get moving.
Can I blow that up? Do I have to detonate it? Just don't know. This mission's somehow going to be longer than the Fallen Saber Strike, I can tell. Mostly because it's me walking around this goddamn Dreadnaught looking for beacons. Charge accumulator. Pass through the energy phenomena. Right. I take it that big blue thing's an energy phenomena. You didn't have to do this shit on Earth. Oh, right. So it decreases if you're not fast. Great. Oh, that one in the middle of nowhere is going to get me killed. Tell. Especially because I jumped off the fucking... hit the barrier first. Great. I might just avoid that one and take a hit on my draining. I hope I can make it up somewhere else. So I think you can move through them and get it all instantly. You don't have to stand in it. Which is what I was doing, thinking that's what you had to do. And we're charged.
But Harris started droning on about the pathways into darkness or some damn thing. Got distracted. Anyway, one more beacon to go, if you'd be so kind.
Where are we going? Yeah, some of the response I've seen to the Taken King is people rejoicing that Destiny's not taking itself too seriously. But I don't know that it ever did. It was like Peter Dinklage talking about the darkness for 2 minutes is like laughable almost. Because it was the most generic shit you've ever heard. So on one hand, yeah, you know, you've got Cade wisecracking, but you've also got Eris doing mad prophesizing and eyes bleeding, everything. And there's more of both, which is always good. What am I doing? Oh, I've got a square.
Beacon is hot. Yeah, that's a good signal. I'm getting some data on Taken patrols around the ship. We've already got a hotspot on the board. Go clear out that blight, Guardian.
I wonder if they've retconned beacon planting as a thing you now do on every planet. Just to, you know, double the mission count. Probably shouldn't even bother killing them, because they're not taken. Really wish I just had my bike. Like, sure, I'd get stuck on jaggy rocks, but at least I wouldn't have to run. Ah. I'm not entirely certain what the simmering flames hovering on the left means. It could be an error code for all the hell I know. Ew. I'll wait for you all to dissolve back into the ground, thank you. I don't know if... There's gonna be some, like, dumb secret side quest just now with, like, kill so many of them in time. Or something. I don't know if they ever explained what the grubs were. There was that encounter early on, but... I mean, I know the idea is that the hive are meant to be, like, gross insect people, but... They're kind of just dudes with guns, like every other Destiny enemy. Bit like the Taken, really. been thinking a lot about, I don't know, the Taken King and where Destiny is like a year later. Because Destiny's such a great game to look at as like a, I don't know, a failure and a success in different ways. Like, it's such a weird thing. And you can love it or hate it, but there's plenty of things to, like, remark upon. And I was just thinking about, like, I'm not going to review a DLC and give it a score at the moment. I'm not really ready for that on the website. But also, you know, a year on, Destiny's changed quite a bit. In some positive ways, in some ways that I don't think actually impact its quality, as such as it's just a different way of doing it. And I don't know. See, I don't know whether it's worth me writing up something that's basically a review, but not quite a review of The Taken King. Because we've got, like, hours of me playing this game talking about exactly the same points I would do. I probably shouldn't just stand there and take his bullets. That's probably not great. Right, cool. I'm gonna say I didn't think I was in a darkness zone. I mean, the other reason I wouldn't necessarily write something about this is I don't want to. I'm sick of being bummed out by Destiny. And like, this one started really strong. I was so into those first two missions, maybe three or four missions, but it's all up front, you know. I mean, the raid might be great, the other strikes might be great content, but you still have hours of, you know, just mediocre, you know, baseline writing, mediocre encounters, and like 10 to 20 minute quests where you have no more than 3 objectives. None of them really require thought. Although, I do like throwing hammers a lot. So I'll say that about the game. It is better for having hammer throwing. I didn't think I'd be into hammers. I'm not into, like, blunt melee weapons ever. I think it's because I associate them with dwarves in, like, fantasy games and stuff. And I don't like dwarven art ever. But I am way into these fire hammers. I'm also way into missing whatever I'm shooting at, because I'm not really paying attention. There we go. I'm now going to get wiped out by these remaining thralls.
And that's a taken pack, all cleaned out. Good work.
I just got basically as many legendary marks for that
More important things to do than plant beacons.
as I did for
Come on back.
2 days worth of dailies. Great. Daily Crucible stuff anyway. But I'm not complaining. I went to Xur, bought a exotic primary weapon engram. Had it, you know, unwrapped by the Crucible dude, the engram dude, sorry. And totally got a year 1 Surus regime. And I think the Surus was a really positive, like a really fan favorite kind of weapon. But it was also the year 1 version, which is completely fucking useless to me, or indeed any of my characters. It's all above level 20 anyway. But if I get a few more engrams, goddammit, use my words, a few more legendary marks, I should be able to buy the year 2 version. So are we finished with that? No, speaking to Cade. There has been an awful lot of returning to the tower just to get a shitty green reward. In not just this, in all the DLCs. Which is fine if there's only like 5 story missions, but it gets a bit tiresome where you're jumping back between 10-minute excursions. And I was right, that beacon mission was basically as long as the last strike I did. But maybe shorter strikes are a good thing, you know, more rewards, less effort. That's what I want from my video games. More gratification faster. Speaking of gratification, I've just picked up Mad Max, the video game. It came out earlier this month. It's a little behind the times now, but there's nothing else out except for multiplayer betas over the next couple of weeks. And I just watched the Fury Road movie, which is basically why I held off playing the game, because I wanted to see the movie first. Even though it's not a movie tie-in game. But yeah, that Mad Max game, it's just the ultimate fucking checklist of a video game. Everything I don't like in an open world game. But it is extremely fucking pretty. We'll have some videos of that soon.
Be careful.
With the blue weapon. Or a video, I think I'm going to review that game. It is obviously almost a month old, or will be a month old by the time I get the review out, but there's some things I could say about it.
A dozen warlocks watching the ascendant
Patrols are
throne.
just one of those things we have to do
Watching
as
his every
loyal
move.
Vanguard members. Yeah.
That's a cool image. Legion's Breachhead. Stop a Cabal assault. Team from detonating the Dreadnaught's core. Why would we do that? Surely we want the core to be destroyed and the Dreadnought to be destroyed. Why is this a bad thing? They crashed a warship right into the Dreadnought. On Imperial orders, they made a beachhead. Yeah. Ah. So, the Dreadnought exploding would crisp everything between us and Saturn's rings. I mean, I don't know that that's a bad thing. Surely we want to end this huge threat.
Get it done, and I'll be your friend forever.
Just wait till, you know, the Earth spun or Saturn spun. And we're not in, like, the direct blast radius. So yeah, that was Dread Patrols. I don't actually. I'm making that name up. I suspect it's right. It sounds like a Bungie name for a quest. Yeah, check back soon. GameDropZone.com.